Hello and welcome back. I'm Cal, a gunner who likes talking about Arsenal and football in general. And we've gotten the Gyökeres here we go. Almost about this close confirmed. If you're watching this, it might be already confirmed because we were getting kind of, barraged with Ornstein bombers and Fabrizio bombers yesterday over and over and over again. And today we're just getting more confirmations about Gyökeres being in London, how he's going through the paperwork, how that I think they're booking medicals, that he's getting his working visa. It's all but sealed because the Gyökeres' agent decided to waive his 10% fee, which meant that Arsenal and Sporting could agree a deal in principle. And at the moment, I think they're just finalizing what the add-ons are gonna be. And I just have to say that Gyökeres is going to be a game changer for Arsenal Football Club. I actually don't think people are deeping how great of a player he actually is because the saga has been so long and drawn out. I think there's a sense of relief that, oh my gosh, we're finally getting our striker. But I don't think anyone's thinking like going deep into it in terms of, okay, why is this guy so good and what's gonna make him a great player for us? And I think I always knew that I wanted us to get an out striker, someone who just wants to put the ball at the back of the net. We have had false nines before. We've had players. We've had Kai Havertz, who's really good off ball, who's really good to get into spaces. People call him the space invader. We've had players like Jesus, who's extremely technical, able to like beat a man. He's like jinky. He that type of player, but we haven't had someone whose primary objective it is to score goals. I want to score goals. That is what I want. That's what I need. And that is Viktor Gyokeres. His goal scoring rate is absolutely elite, and people have their doubts about him being from Portugal. It really doesn't matter. People do not score almost 100 goals in 2 seasons if they're not elite. This is professional football, people. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the coefficient in Europe, I think for every 1.5 goals that you score in like the Portuguese league, it equals to 1 goal in for the other top five leagues, and he was still in contention for the Golden Boot by like cutting down his goals by that much. So it was his returns like just absolutely insane. He scored 6 goals in the Champions League, and I think he's also a physical powerhouse. He's going to be able to keep up with the physicality of the league. He's just a big guy. He's a strong guy. He's a fast guy. We got a little bit of a taste when we beat Sporting 5-1. Even though they were down, he still managed to. I think it was he broke away. He beat Saliba and he made a run for it, and he was able to bully Kivio and get a shot off that hit the post. He has an absolute killer mentality. He just did that interview with Lakip that made me just fall in love with the player even more. The things that he's saying, the things that he said in that interview, you're saying, I didn't used to score that much goals before, but once I decided to like just get let my instincts over, and he just decided that okay, I'm not going to think, I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to score. And he's increased his tally since then. He has a chip on his shoulder. He says he wants to come back to the Premier League for revenge. He wants to win. He wants to win. And the things that he's doing to try to get into try to make the move to Arsenal Football Club, is the fact that he sacrificed 2 million euros of his salary, the fact that I'm pretty sure he probably had a very big hand in trying to convince his agent to sacrifice that signing that bonus that the agent was going to get, the fact that he kept telling United no no no, he kept telling Saudi no no no, I only want Arsenal, I only want Arsenal. It put us in a really good position to get him. And when you have a player that's like that, that he's willing to give it all on that pitch. He's willing to die on that pitch for Arsenal. He's just that guy. And there was a couple of leaked photos came out that he may be an Arsenal fan from when he was a kid. Maybe Photoshopped, maybe not. I don't think it is. The way that he's acting about like his desire to come to Arsenal Football Club, I don't think you fake that. I think he is a gunner. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you have a player of that quality, that's that elite, that's willing to come for you and willing to, he's going to give it your all. He's had a journey. You know, he's not someone who's been kind of pampered. He's had to work extremely hard for everything he's gotten. And even though that he's scored that much in the Portuguese league, people are still doubting him. And in that same L'Equipe interview, he's going out there and saying, hey, you know, people are doubting me because I play for the Portuguese league, and I think he's gonna go for that golden boot, and I'm just extremely excited for him. He is going to transform us with the amount of chances that we create and the amount of facilities that we have, and the fact that we're trying to sign Eze, who's even more creativity. The fact that we signed Zubimendi, who's going to free up Odegaard, which will make Odegaard even more creative. We already have one of the most creative wingers in the world in Saka. He's going to be fed a lot, pardon me, and he's going to score. Extremely happy about this signing. And man, it's finally over. We're finally getting our striker at long last. And I really hope it's worth the wait. I think he's going to bang. I think my prediction is that he scores 25 goals in the league minimum. I'm expecting him to have 40 GA all competitions, between 40 and 45 GA all competitions. So I'm expecting about 20 goals, like 20, between 20 and 25 goals in the league, and about, 3 to about 5 assists, and around that number, and make up the rest in the other competitions. I think he's gonna bang. Like, I think he's gonna absolute bang. And I think if we all we need, like with Eze, we have a really good shot if we get Eze done. And with if this club doesn't manage and get Rodrigo, we're winning the league. But that's just me super high off life after that, after getting Eucharist confirmed. So anyway, if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. If you want to help promote the video, help me and my channel grow, please consider liking and leave a comment to join the conversation. And I'll see you next time.